Namo Sangyang Adi Buddhaya, Namo Buddhaya. Sangye Chodang Chogye Chonam Lai Janjun Bandu Dani Kyab Suji Dagi Jinsoi Gilman De Dagi Dola Benje Sangye Dumbara Sho. To the Buddha, Dharma and Supreme Assembly, I go for refuge until I am enlightened, due to the merit from the practicing giving and other perfections. May I attain Buddhahood in order to benefit all beings. Homage to our spiritual master, Lord Buddhas and his all spiritual sons. We Buddhists believe that the entire world is interdependent. That is why we often speak about universal responsibility. The outbreak of this terrible coronavirus has shown that what happened to one person can soon affect every other beings, but it also reminds us that a compassionate or constructive action, whether working in hospitals or just observing social distancing, has the potential to help many. While we also understand that this is all due to our collective bad karmas that bring such difficulties and pain to all of us, on the other side, we should also try to see this phenomena from a more compassionate way, that all those who are affected by this pandemic in all kinds of aspects have indeed been our mothers in our previous lives. Therefore, we ourselves have twofold responsibility. Firstly is to take responsibility to purify whatever bad karma that we ourselves have accumulated which has caused such problem, and then strive to accumulate as much as possible the antidote force and positive energy. Secondly, we also need to take responsibility in all kind of way possible to try to ease the suffering and pains of all those affected. And we need to take whatever possible actions that we can to help those in need. Those frontline workers currently working so hard are exemplary role models. We pray that they are always within the protection of the Buddhas in their line of works. However many sick sentient beings there are, may they be strong and have a swift recovery. May they quickly be freed from all sickness. May all the sickness, without exception, of transmigratory beings never occur again. For them who has passed away due to the virus, may they be born in higher realms that support them to meet with the teaching of the Buddhas and have all the good condition for practicing the Dharma until enlightenment. May all words in 10 directions be entirely pure and fast. May all kind of sufferings be soon ended. May all beings have happiness and the cause of happiness. May all never be separated from the sacred happiness, which is sorrowless. May all be free from sufferings and the cause of sufferings. Oi Janjo Senjo Rinpoche Magye Banan Gegyoji Geba Nyambara Membaryan Gone Gundu Belwara Jo Sarva Mangalam.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Buddhang saranang gacchami, dhammang saranang gacchami, sanghang saranang gacchami. Karaniyamatta kusalena yantang santang padang abhisamecha sako ujo cha sujo cha suvacho cha samudo anatimani santo sago cha suvaro cha yappakicho sasallau kabutti santendriyo cha nipako cha appagabbo kulesu ananugiddo Nacha kuddang samachare kinchiyena vinyo pareyupavadeyo Sukino vake minontu sabbe satta bhavantu sukitatta Yeke chipana bhutatita savatha varava navasesa diga vayemantava Majjima rassakanu katula Dittava dittaye cha dure vasanti avidure bhutava sambhavesiva sabbe satta bhavantu sukitatta naparo parang nikobeta natimayeta katta chinang kinchi vyarosana patiga sanyanaya maya sadukkamicceya Mata yatha niyang puthang ayusa eka puttam anurakke evampi sabba bhutesu manasang bhavaya parimanang mettancha sabba lokasming manasang bhavaya parimanang uddang adocha tiriyancha sangbadang averang asapattang tittang charang nisinnova sayanova yavatassa vigatameddo etang sading aditteya brahma metang viharang idamahu Dittinchanupagamma silava dassanena sampanno kamesu vinayagedang naijat gabbaseyyang punaratiti etena saccavajjena Hotu te jaya mangalang etena saccavajjena sabba dukkha vinassatu etena saccavajjena hotu te jaya mangalang Sabbiti abhivajjantu sabba roga vinassatu mate bhavadantarayo sukhidigayuko bhavam Bhavatu sabba mangalam rakkantu sabba devata sabba dhammanubhavena sada soti bhavantu te Avivadana silasa niccang buddha pacayano chattaru dhamma vaddante ayu vannang sukang balang Ayurarogya sampatti sagga sampatti mevacha to nibbana sampatti minate samejatuti. Friends, this is the week of Vesak, which the International Buddhist Confederation is celebrating as the Global Prayer Week. The Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi ji, in his address has also requested for praying so that we can come out of this corona pandemic. The prayer has the power to heal, and therefore world over all the venerable monks and nuns, laymen and the laywomen have all joined together in this virtual program to pray together. Pope Francis has also asked all his faithfuls and the people of the world to join us in prayer and fasting today, and therefore it's an occasion that this month is being celebrated as the Ramadan. Most of the Muslim friends are on fasting, and I'm sure that this week with this prayer and fasting will have immense potential to heal us. This lockdown period of 50 days has given mankind to understand himself better through the gift of silence. It has given us the opportunity to go inwards and see ourselves, how we can remain mindful, how we can remain calm, how we can remain patient. Therefore, the gift of silence is very important, because only in the silence will you hear your heart. Only in the silence will you see that your desires are endless. Only in the silence will you see that fear is not your friend. Only in the silence will you see that love is always the solution. Only in the silence will you see that what we call you is only an endless process of change. Only in the silence will you see that words are always inadequate, and your presence and behavior is what the world needs. Only in the silence will you see the interconnected connection between all beings, and pain is pain, fear is fear, and suffering is suffering. Only in the silence will you see that your ideas and opinions are only more chatter from the mind. Only in the silence will you see the emptiness of life, and what we make important is only important because we make it so. Only in the silence will you see the truth that beyond the fears and fantasies of mind is that you are already free, you always were free, and you always will be free. Only in the silence will you meet the truth. May all beings fall silent, if only for a moment. Therefore, friends, I wish, taking this opportunity of Vesak, taking this opportunity of Ramadan, and taking this opportunity of Pope Francis's call for prayer and fasting, that may all beings be happy, may all beings be well, may all beings be peaceful, may no harm come to any of us. May all of us be happy, calm, quiet, and be able to share our pains and joys together. Thank you.
Namo Buddhaya, Amitofo from Taiwan. Respected Mahasangha, dear sisters and brothers in the Dharma. My name is Christie Chang, one of the joint presidents for IBC and also former president of Sakyadheeta International Association of Buddhist Women, although I continue to facilitate the planning of the 17th Sakyadheeta Conference next year, December, in Sarawak, East Malaysia. Well, we don't know what lies ahead of us after this world pandemic, but we continue to move on, planting all positive causes towards everything, including this Dharma reunion in Borneo, with the motivation to benefit our world. Please do consider joining us next year. Here in Taiwan, we have been blessed. No lockdown, no MCO or movement restriction of any sort. Although we have also avoided large crowding and people are staying extra mindful to keep each other safe. Life seems almost normal here in Taiwan, yet impermanence, of course, persists. 2 days ago, just about the same time, I received the request from IBC to say something for the conclusion of this Global Prayer Week. Sadly, I also learned the passing of Venerable Wei Jun, founder and abbess of Nanning Bhikkhuni Sangha in central Taiwan, the Sangha that has been requested to help establish the Bhikkhuni lineage in the Tibetan tradition. Anicca, a great loss to all of us. But amazingly, yesterday, I heard that Venerable's body remained warm and soft. Such a great inspiration for our continuing Dharma practices. So, to join the global prayer, I thought I would like to dedicate a song which is closely associated with Venerable Wei Jun, because about 7 years ago, for almost a week, every morning, Venerable kept hearing a tune, a melody sung by a deva, a divine being, in her meditation. Venerable tried to remember and managed to decode the melody by matching it with the verses from Dharmapala in Chinese, which says, "My life is in peace. I have no more afflictions, no more sickness, and no more sorrows. My life is now full of joy, needing no food and having no fear of burning fire, as I continue to aspire to benefit all sentient beings. 7 years ago, I was invited to dedicate this song when the stupa in Nanning Monastery opened and the Buddha's holy relics exhibited. Now, I would like to sing part of the song and dedicate it to Venerable Wei Jun, to all those fighting in the frontiers, all those who have suffered and are still suffering. To all of you, my dear teachers and friends in the Dharma. 我生遗憾，不必预备，众人有彼，我心无彼。我生遗憾，清净无为，以乐为师，如光映天。我生遗憾，但不是迷信过火，安能烧我。May all beings be free from suffering. Amitofo.
First of all, on the behalf of Buddhist Community Center UK, we would like to extend our warmest greetings to everyone, whoever watching us today. And the resident teacher of Buddhist Community Center UK, Lama Lungrik Rinpoche, and I myself, Singay, we will deliver a short prayer for the people who are still suffering and large number of people who have lost their precious life because of this coronavirus pandemic. Now let us express our solidarity and support for all the frontline workers, in particular medical professional caring for the sick and the working so hard to save the life, and the great sacrifices everyone has made to fight with this coronavirus. Finally, we are would like to ask you to pray with us together so that this suffering will quickly pass, and encouragement and support for all. Thank you so much. Nangzi namda rangye lamdra beta shi chocho shena shubha yi sangye chodang gende papi sokun la chanzo daja traji yingya bo zanden tondro gon jambi gyamba geta padam ba kula gomba yachira dhaba je lumbo dhaba zara badani samche tangche la gon dhabi isim zeba zaram dhaba de chenzam dube traji pape va devar sheba gyala la cha za lo jang pa jana pa den do je je re se jembe bo sa yin yin bo te pa nam bra se nam ge yin bo pa jo gon do sang wo pa dar je pe gra lu shin dan dar bo da wa ra di san le nam da she pa ye jo chang jo sen ba je la cha za lo rin jen de jo da je sa yi nyan du ja bo sa ye wa ga ma la nyan da dang dang pon zo pa be wo mi na je se won jo ko lo de rin jen da cho ye ye cha cho de ja wa che jin ye ye ma ge zo ngom bo den be ba be be da she la mo je la cha za lo sang bo chen bo de jo se me bo mi dong den dan ja bo yo ko pa ye bo dan lo wa mi me za nam de se de la ze ko lo da de jo lo dong 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 do je je bi wa ra de ju den ja zen zen sa sum ne sum ge le de Angela Chaza Lo Da Ja Dendra Jawa Zomba La Kedan Yewa Zewa Gushen Nendo Dan Pape Samden Yishin Rajin Tele Ponson Zomba Sho Tamke Tuji Shaki Reson Tanshin Je Matop Duje Ponjon Bose Je Sombo Tawe Je Shaki Jawa Jela Chaza Lo De Mani Mani Mamani So 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 De Muni muni mamuni zodaya da muni muni mamuni jamani zodaya da muni muni mamuni so bhai tombe kole yeshe je wasre na sobe na wa chembe da so semjen tamje Dipa tamje sanjen thapa chembe lamje yende so shen do jete shirmin do be sanam barai joy deshe seje kunje toke don seba mala yenze yeshe do lamye yeshe juntra chendra denda konra daso juru barai sho hogo je yo je nobjan sa be ma ke sara tombola yansen choke medo Pema june jesu drango do kandro mambe go ye jesu da drugi singe lo jesu sango guru pema se de ho ye ma won so ve kesra peme tombola kuma ye je longe trabe lo raja jembo pema ye yum ni kandro tumonte la so wande samba nyudo druba singe lo dengen je be ne men to je be ne dom ba je ma do mo ge so ke ya be mala seje shaje nyene gulu yenje samba nyodo dwara chinje lo de dan so dum dong la komba dan te ki to te masa shera punzon so be no dum bo sam jin gunji gyula ran sho ne ji den de ge de lo gunje de samba nyodo dwara chinje ala ne dan dong ala min de go jum be dan dan je we che bo dan me je je nam dan je ba je sa ye patra do ge ne ka gun ja don Resa shindam bhaji ve tuje sanje goro urgin je sambanya do do vara chinge lo urgin rimbor chela so wande gajem bhaji me jan shin pinje samban rwana chodon tome ngro sa do so girin tong ha je ju shewa dam me tin no be chen dang thawa tumba do jem bhazan so Trashi de jang dan de le sho parden la me shape temba dang khamya yong la de jin jongwa dang daje malu sosa del nyurdo songye sala go par sho tembe pongye la me shape de tenzi jiwi satan yong la cho tembe sindang nga thong ta temba yeren de pe trashi sho
Namaste and Prasidale to all brothers and sisters. My name is Kaji Sherpa and I am the founder of the Buddhist Community Center UK and also Assistant Treasurer of IBC. On behalf of the members of the Buddhist Community Center UK, I would like to extend our warmest wishes and prayers of good health to you and your family. I also would like to thank IBC members in India for their great effort in bringing us together through the virtual global prayers this week. Although we are physically distant, the IBC has helped us remember that we are not alone. We are part of a strong global family. To that, together we will help each other to overcome this present challenging situation. May I also take this opportunity to thank all healthcare workers and our society's many hidden champions who continue to work tirelessly for us all. You are truly embodiment of compassion, and we are sincerely thankful for your effort. Thank you, and stay safe. Take care.
Sangha Gelchi nangpe tunsoki kacha pelwa nangjin Nyima duni ring mulam kubet na jumche sipya mulam sogani nok songpa sang tiring ngaja Ladakh yongshin gonpa sodi chokneang tene kubet na jiche pya Dharma Center na gidun sangman zomte mulam jaspa sogani nok tene Dambuling gangpe na dang tiria kobe churgupe na diam chungte ma kangal chenmo thoi nokte kangal jiche se pia tangbora nat mijung che pia tene ispa nat pa sangman gyalse se pia sumpa tene nat yong se tonghan sangma simira dewa thokje soge pia mikte tene ngaje nangpa ngaje Dharma Center na malam sokte no malam jasin mo sokte no na nangjin yang Ladakh seang gonpa mangpu gyatang gyatale gonpa yotenok te gonpa sangmana gidun sangma yukte tene malam kube de chugu pe na jichi pia malam gyatpa sogane nok te songpa sang ta te ting ngaja gonpa sodi chogne tene dambuling gangpe manpa manyo manena mankena la chon sangma tukje cherang kati chen jun che na kong rang sho mata tene nat pe ja to ju che pe ja te tene nga dang piran nat kun jomen ji dang nat kun nyu cha che tap hes bo yeno te song pa sang kong na ku tin che jun tene yang tene nga tang mi mang lan ja la tene man ba ku ni ka bil khan nang jin tak ta re ka bil khan nang jin kha khare tang che lakpa tu che mangpo min zom che tene terang nyam pu chik tang chik gyang ring po juk che sa laglen yang da yang dun za zo ju yun terang nyam pu tene dang tine tene dambuling gang pe na tene ra na juk che se jung sarkar gu ne ka chap pel tera na juk so na juk ra nyam pu tene na juk te tene sam nyan na tene sun ma suna chocho ga gyo den gom nyam len da che yoga za che tene shos mane tene kubet na jiche pia chakla tene sowa malam tapna tene ngata kubet churgu pe natpun dambuling ne jire mekan chache panche senok te samar la jule
Namo Buddha, Namo Dharma, Namo Sangha, and Jule to all of you. Most eminent Rinpoches, supreme heads of Buddhist Sanghas from around the world, abbot of different monasteries, eminent personalities, and dear brothers and sisters. At the outset, I, on behalf of Ladakh Buddhist Association and the people of Ladakh in the Himalayas, express our heartfelt thanks and gratitude and sincere appreciation to the International Buddhist Confederation for celebrating the Buddha Purnima Visak 2020 and observing the week as prayer week for eradicating the world from infection of pandemic COVID-19. It is indeed a noble initiative by the International Buddhist Confederation for connecting Buddhists all around the world on a single platform and offering our prayers, dedicating for safety of all health workers, including doctors, nurses, paramedic staffs, police personals, the first responders and volunteers at the front line leading fight against COVID-19. The Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi ji, has said in his inaugural speech on the opening ceremony of Buddha Purnima, Visak 2020, and I quote, "When we have love and affection for each other, these feelings make us strong enough to tackle any hardship in life." Before I conclude, I once again express my sincere thanks and gratitude to the organizers and the International Buddhist Confederation IBC for giving me this great opportunity to connect myself on behalf of Ladakh with all the Buddhists around the world in solidarity with the fight against the pandemic COVID-19. Stay home and stay safe. Thank you very much. Namo Buddhaya.
We are monks of Yang Monastery going to support to IBC has taken initiative Karuna for Corona. So we pay homage to the Parnashavari to fight against COVID-19, and we would like to recite a mantra of Parnashavari.
Amen.
reciting mantra is our support to this pandemic will finish soon. Thank you.
I support IBC initiative #Karuna for Corona, #Global Prayer Week to fight against COVID-19. I would like to recite medicine Buddha mantra to benefit all sentient beings. Tukje kula nyambe chomdende tsendam tobe nyendro dungal zel duksum nezer sanje mengela bendure yola chaksalo tiyata Ombekaze beganze mahabekaze raja samunga de soha tiyata ombekaze begaze mahabekaze raja samunga de so 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 ha gyawa di nyudo da dershemela dubjirin Doa chijang malo ba de sala go bara sho sanjene ba jine ba nyurdo nelle tarjurji dove nene malo tawdo jongwa me bara sho
It's a bright, happy spring day in Bhutan, where I work. I work for the Center for Bhutan and Gross National Happiness Studies, located in Khenpo, and it partners very often with IBC. We are an official think tank. On this privileged occasion of sending a message and prayers to those affected directly and indirectly by the pandemics, I would like to recite first a translation of a short Buddhist prayer. Grant your blessings so that I may recognize precious human rebirth is extremely difficult to obtain. Grant your blessings so that I may reflect on the impermanence of death. Grant your blessings so that I may believe in the law of cause and effect. Grant your blessings so that I may realize the faults of samsara. Grant your blessings so that I may appreciate the benefits of liberation from samsara. And grant your blessings so that my mind may turn towards Dharma. On this occasion, may I, on behalf of the Center for Bhutan and Gross National Happiness Studies, pray and urge people all over the world to dedicate themselves towards care of those people who have been affected by the pandemics directly and indirectly. May we remember at this time that life is dear and precious to each and every individual, and they deserve our highest compassion, sympathy and empathy. May I also remind that lost life they deserve dignified, respectful farewell. I thank you for the privilege given me to send this message.
विश्व वंदनीय विश्व शांति दूत महामानव तथागत सम्यक संबुद्ध को त्रिवार अभिवादन। मैं भिक्खु बोधि रत्न थेरो धम्मयान एजुकेशनल एंड चैरिटेबल ट्रस्ट के माध्यम से इंटरनेशनल बुद्धिस्ट कॉन्फेडरेशन को वर्चुअल बुद्ध पूर्णिमा मनाने के लिए साधुवाद मंगल कामना करता हूँ। आज पूरे विश्व में कोविड-19 वैश्विक महामारी फैल चुकी है। सभी देश इस महामारी से लड़ने में लगे हैं। इस वैश्विक महामारी से मुक्ति के लिए आईबीसी ने करुणा फॉर कोरोना इनिशिएटिव के तहत पूरे विश्व में इस महामारी से मुक्ति के लिए ग्लोबल बुद्धिस्ट प्रेयर का आयोजन किया है। भगवान बुद्ध के परित्राण एवं मंगल मैत्री से सभी को इस महामारी से मुक्ति मिले, विश्व के सभी लोग स्वस्थ बने। इस महामारी में जिनका जीवन पीड़ित हुआ है, जिस परिवार ने अपने प्रियजनों को खोया है, उनके प्रति संवेदना व्यक्त करते हैं। सभी मेडिकल क्षेत्र में सेवा देने वाले डॉक्टर्स, नर्सेस, स्टाफ के प्रति मंगल कामना कृतज्ञता व्यक्त करते हैं। सभी फ्रंट लाइन में काम करने वाले इस महामारी से बचाने के लिए सहायता करने वालों के प्रति मंगल कामना। इस महामारी से मुक्ति के लिए, विश्व के कल्याण के लिए इस ग्लोबल प्रार्थना सप्ताह में विश्व के सभी को सुख, शांति, आयु, आरोग्य मिले, यही प्रार्थना करता हूँ। भवतु सब मंगलं, सभी का मंगल हो।
Hello, dear brothers and sisters. Greetings and touching the leg from the monks of Jebung Losaling Pitu Kamsan Education Society. On 7th May 2020, IBC had organized the virtual Vesak Buddha Purnima celebration when millions of Buddhists from across the world could join together for the most sacred Vesak day. Many Armenian masters from around the world, including Shri Narendra Modi, the Prime Minister of India, shared their words of wisdom through video addresses. Today, we have gathered here to offer our prayers following the advice of His Holiness, the Dalai Lama, for the well-being of people around the world. The Global Prayer Week launched by IBC is giving us an opportunity and a privilege to pray for the victims of the corona pandemic. We pray for the medical professionals, and all those Corona warriors at the front line who are putting their lives on risk in saving others. At this difficult time, we must pray for the well-being of poor, needy, and to end the Corona pandemic from this beautiful earth. May all sentient beings be happy. This social distancing, and now let us come together and pray for all the Corona warriors. Finally, I want to say that stay home, stay safe, practice social distancing. Thank you very much.
Namo Buddhaya Sangju Simjo Rinpoche Majipa Nam Kikir Chitiva Nyambamir Kone Kondo Kewara Sho. I would like to thank all the frontline warriors like doctor, nurse, police, sanitation workers, and all those who are working hard to keep us safe. We all should fight Corona with Karuna by staying home and by wearing masks. Do not feel depressed or lonely while in isolation, as you are saving lives of others and yourself. In Vinaya Pitaka, Buddha has said, "He who serves sick serves me." Dinde sungduwa, ta dinde indza tanda menga nala chale nanye, da nasi ta nangba sangma gongma deshi karishi wo da che namalya kande gejo naye ta dinde teze yo marwa ti medi dane ji kanso ta yange ti che tu gongye mindu samgi ta karsena che namle chale ti nangba yena sanje gongshi ti ta drop tu gudwa ti indi dane lo devo seje ne chale nana ti tu shwe yima o ta ti shwe yin. So let us all come together and do our best by helping each other in this difficult time. It is time to reflect on Buddha's teaching of impermanence and that this disease will also pass away in time. Simje neba chini ba nyu de ne le ta ji dole ne mali ba ta do jong ne bara so. I thank you IPC for this initiative. May all be happy and healthy.
मैं उपनोगी ईश्वर शांति राजगीर से बोल रहा हूँ। अभी विश्व में कोरोना वायरस बहुत फैला हुआ है और 30 लाख आदमी का जान भी ले लिया है। तो उसके लिए हम आत्मा का शांति के लिए पूजा करेंगे कर रहा हूँ और इसको रोकने के लिए और हम लोग को वचन बढ़ाने के लिए मेडिकल स्टाफ, पुलिस कर्मी, सफाई कर्मी और भी जो काम करने वाला सबको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देता हूँ। और इतना जल्दी इस बीमारी का अंत हो इसके लिए मैं पूजा कर रहा हूँ। धन्यवाद। तब पूजा करता हूँ। बस 1 मिनट।
So Choeling Munina sapadam หิโลกนาเตนะโมทิตาอะหังเปเตนะมัสสามิบุติราชานะมัสสุเตบุตตะธัมมาสัพพะเสกะบุตตะสังฆัสสะสามิกาตัสโสรัสมิเมเตสังกุณันตาโตสิเรสดาภิกขังภิกขานุเบกขานิพพานังมันติมังสุขังโสภังเนสิรัสสนิสังลามิติมิ
I am Dr. Ainin Twain, President of the Buddha Wisdom Society, Jamaica, and one of the Vice President of the International Buddhist Confederation. I was pleased to see the virtual Visak Putra Purnima on May 7th and sincerely welcome the Global Prayer Week with the theme Karuna for Corona, initiated by the IBC. It is an honor to participate in this concluding event of World Buddhist Prayer Meeting, and I would like to thank the Secretary General of IBC, Venerable Dr. Dhammapiya, for inviting me to contribute this message. During this difficult time of the coronavirus pandemic affecting many people from around the world, the virtual prayer meetings and humanities united effort are essential. And I would like to commend the organizers and participants of this initiative. Over 2,500 years ago, during Buddha's time, the people of Vesali were suffering from famine and pestilence that caused many deaths. At this crucial time, the people of Vesali invited Buddha for help. When Buddha arrived in Vesali, he expounded the Radhana Sutta and sent nobles through the city to recite the sutta as a mark of protection, and as a result, their pestilence subsided. As such, I thought it fitting to cite an excerpt from the Radhana Sutta in Pali during this difficult time of pandemic.
Yang kingsi wedan ida wa huran wa teketu wa yang ranam penidan na no taman ati tathagadena idam bi bodhi ranam penidan idena tisena tuwati hodu yang Buddha tito priwanai tuse tamadi manandari kinya mahu tamadi na tena damo na wisati idam bi dame ranam penidan idena tisena tuwati hodu ye pukala atatatan patata satari idani yugani hondi te dekineya tugrata tawaka ide tu dinani mahaplani idam bi tange ranam penidan idena tisena tuwati hodu.
I would also like to take this opportunity to especially thank the frontline workers, medical professionals, scientists, essential workers, and leaders around the world under the guidance of the World Health Organization. May I conclude at this time with a prayer and blessings for those people along with the victims and families and everyone affected. May they be free from danger. May they be free from physical suffering and be well. May they be free from mental sufferings and have peace of mind. May they be prosperous and maintain themselves to live a long life. May suffering ones be suffering free and the fear-struck fearless. May the grieving shed all grief and all beings find relief. May all beings be well, happy, and peaceful. Thank you.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Tang arahati kuna sangyutang puthang serasana mimitang ca puthang imehe sakarehe api pocya yimi. Tang arahati kuna sangyutang thamyang serasana mimitang ca thamyang imehe sakarehe api pocya yimi. Tang araha tikuna sangyutang songkhyang sirasane mimitang cak songkhyang imehe sakarehe api pocya yimi. May the powers, the energy, or the baramis of the solar systems, especially the power of the sun and the power of the Mother Earth, the powers of the Triratana, the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha. May I wish and pray all sentient beings in this world living better. No diseases, out of dangers by human and nature. Hado sapeng sumeng keleng rekhanda sapate vada sapaputhi anupiyavenya sapathamya anupiyavenya sapasangkhya anupiyavenya sauthe hanto nirantarang. Ayu watakau thun watakau sirai sawatakau yus watakau pulla watakau vanna watakau sok sawatakau hantu sapati. Tukha pata janat tukha phayapata janat pajya saukapata janit sauka hantu sape pe panet nao. May all sentient beings in the world living in peace.
Greetings from Sri Lanka. Buddhism is purely a philosophy. Vesak celebrate the birth, enlightenment, and the passing of Lord Buddha. Principal doctrine of Buddha is significance because it emphasizes the impermanence or change, anitya, suffering, dukkha, and not self, anatma. On this day, we have to contemplate on this doctrine to enhance resilience, well-being, and achieve transcendent state free from suffering and our worthy cycle of birth and rebirth. May Triple Gems bless you all. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Good morning, all the brothers and sisters all over the world. I am Gandhin Shate Khensur Changjup Chöndin, the Executive Director of Geluk International Foundation, interacting with all of the brothers spread all over the world. I do hope all of you are keeping in good health and taking right steps and precautions to keep yourself safe from the COVID-19, the pandemic that is spreading all over the world. So I would like to address few points related to this pandemic that has been bothering human society for some time. Now at presently, we all know that almost a kind of half of the world is under lockdown, and this is a kind of an unprecedented circumstances that has happened, and in the news reporting and in kind of common media, there are kind of comparisons with the Second World War and all those things. Somehow now I would like to say that when we look into this present situation, we can apply the very basic teachings of the great Buddha Shakyamuni. One of the most important teachings of the Buddha Shakyamuni to his disciples are the Four Noble Truths. So the Four Noble Truths begin with the truth of suffering. So at presently, humanity at large is experiencing this truth of suffering in a very, very visible and obvious way. Now, I don't need to go deep into the kind of explanation of the disease itself. There are plenty of information, those are run around. Most of us will be quite well aware about what is the disease and the symptoms and all those things. So we are quite clear on those things. But the second, and then we come to the second problem, the second truth. So this is a problem, and the second truth says that the truth of the origin of suffering. Where does the suffering come from? What are the causes that produces the suffering? And in this case, the disease that we are facing in a global scale is caused by a virus. And where it originated, all those things, those are kind of issues. Those are quite clear and obvious to us. Now we know that the real cause of this present disease, of present problem and disturbance is a virus. Now we are very clear on these issues. We experience suffering, we know the cause of the suffering. Now the next step, according to the Buddha's teachings, is to search for the solution to resolve the problem, cure the suffering. So here, at presently, there are a lot of things going on in a global scale. A lot of research is going on, particularly a lot of research are going on in find and invent a vaccine. And there are a lot of information that is coming out. And we do hope and pray very strongly that a very accurate treatment will come out, and then definitely our scientists and the medical research persons and experts will definitely come out with a very effective vaccine which definitely will liberate the entire world from the sufferings of this present pandemic. Now when that happens, then the entire world will be enjoying a state of being free from COVID-19. That is the outcome of application of the antidote and the solution. So here at presently, since the kind of standard treatment is not developed yet, a vaccination is a kind of under process. It is not yet out. So most of us, me, you, and all of us are constantly living under high level of anxiety and strong sense of fear and kind of sense of uncertainty, what is going to happen next, and who is going to be kind of a victim of this disease. And so there are all the varieties of kind of mental disturbances that we all go through. But are these mental disturbances necessary or helpful to have? This is something that we need to really think about. It is, of course, important to take precautions, like wearing mask and keeping social distance and washing hand frequently and improve personal hygiene and all those things. But it is not necessary to have fear, anxiety. Fear won't get us anything good. And if worse, the fear may kind of result into panic. And under the kind of extreme panic, it could also be possible that people may end up in doing a lot of extremely harmful things. Like from time to time, we also hear that those people who were infected with COVID-19, some of them under extreme fear and panic, committed suicide. So these kind of things may be kind of an outcome of extreme fear and panic. So for that reason, it's really important to avoid kind of extreme fear and unnecessary fear. And then anxiety. Anxiety is not helpful at all in this kind of circumstances. If we are constantly living under the anxiety, it will lead us to do a lot of wrong things, which may result into various types of harms. So it's really important to avoid that. So it's further important that we should also avoid kind of sense of uncertainty. From time to time in the world, there are all the different varieties of natural calamities that have happened. War and famine and all those things has happened in past. But these won't last forever. As Buddha said, everything that is produced by causes and conditions are characterized by impermanence. So everything that has arisen from causes and conditions, like this pandemic, COVID-19, is also an impermanent thing. It has kind of a birth, growth, and then gradually it will come to vanish away. So it is not that we have to live like this forever. So if we look at the things from that angle, it may give us some certain degree of hope and certain degree of kind of feeling at ease. So it's really important to understand the nature of impermanence of this pandemic. Like we all are all impermanent. A lot of changes constantly happen in our life. A lot of changes happen around us. It is constantly changing. In the same way, this pandemic is not going to remain like it is at its peak at present. So if we constantly kind of contemplate in that way, that will help us to maintain our calmness and peace. And at the same time, it's really important to be grateful about or be grateful of all those people who are fighting this pandemic at the front line, like doctors, nurses, and the political leadership, and those people involved in administration, and the kind of security personnel, the policeman, and those people who are kind of struggling and working very hard to kind of keep pouring in the supplies that we need for our survival. Those are essential things for the survival of each of us. We need to be extremely grateful. We need to feel grateful of all these people, and we need to kind of thank them from the depth of our heart for their hard work, for their kind of courage and bravery to constantly keep working under such a circumstances where people fear to go out from their home, go out into the street. These people are risking themselves every day, going out and serving the community, and taking care of the sick and poor and needy, and making sure that the lockdown is properly observed, and they are making plans to how to kind of implement the lockdown, and how to kind of make sure that supplies are kind of uninterruptedly provided, make available. These are important people. These are important things. These are kind of lifeline of human society. So these are the people who are involved in keep the lifeline intact. We should be very grateful. We should be kind of thanking them from the depth of our heart. So at the same time, we should also trust our doctors, medical professionals, and pharmaceutical kind of communities, and then also the kind of experts in the field of medicine who are constantly involved in kind of research of creating a vaccine, and all these institutions. We need to trust them. We need to be grateful of their existence, their presence. When we have a deep sense of trust in our mind, it will definitely help us to reduce anxiety and fear. And we need to be caring and love those people, particularly those huge number of people, those are struggling to find food and daily supplies for their survival. There are millions and millions of poor people in all over the world. Under the present situation of lockdown, it's extremely difficult and hard for them to find food and kind of necessary supplies. We need to think about them. We need to be caring about them. We need to kind of find out a way how we could be helpful to them. And we also need to be thinking about there are kind of hundreds of thousands of people, those have passed away because of COVID-19, because of this disease. And many of them didn't have proper final rights, which they deserve. We need to also think about them. Those people fall down under the impact of the COVID-19. So when we think about the others, their hardship, what they have gone through, and all those things, then it will definitely help us to keep ourselves in ease, maintain our inner peace, free from anxiety, fear, and so on. So beside that, according to Buddha, as I told you earlier, it's really important to kind of contemplate on death impermanence. Now in these past few days, some of the kind of basic nature of human life has been kind of extremely visible and obvious to us, like disease. In a normal time we talk about the disease, but it won't be becoming this visible and obvious to us. So now it's very, very visible and obvious to us. From this point of view, we have to understand the vulnerability of human life, vulnerability of our own body, our own existence. And then the next thing is death. Normally, we don't do contemplate that much on the death and death impermanence, but which is very important to contemplate on it. As it is said in the Dharma, that remembering death impermanence is one of the most powerful and helpful contemplation. So we should be remembering death impermanence every day if possible. Remembering and recalling the death impermanence help us to reduce a lot of misdeeds or a lot of wrongdoing or a lot of mistaken notions in our mind. Most of the kind of negative emotions and the misdeeds, those are produced by the negative emotions, are a result of thinking, I'm going to last for long, I'm going to live for a very long time, and for that I need those, I need that, I need such and such things. So from that point of view, it's really important that we should contemplate on death impermanence every day. If we do that, that will help us to kind of reduce the anxiety and fear of death, and eventually it will help us to maintain calm and peaceful and caring mind deep in ourselves. So contemplation or the meditation is very important. Contemplate on one's own conditioned existence, how our existence itself is conditioned by various conditioning factors or conditioning agents. And once we know that, then that will help us to kind of don't get attached to this existence. Just kind of start thinking beyond it. The present existence is just up to the death. It won't go beyond it. So we need to think beyond it. Our true existence, our real existence, is not just going to kind of end at the death. It has a continuity after the death. So we need to think about that, and we need to contemplate about that. If our existence is just up to the death, then after the death, we vanish into the darkness, or maybe vanish into the light, who knows. So we really need to contemplate often on our very existence, the nature of our very existence. And driven by that, we need to kind of find out a way to think beyond it. Like, we should not be confined our thinking and our contemplation just up to the point of the death. It should go beyond it. So if we do like that, then we could be able to think in a much wider scale and much more expanded manner. If our thinking, if our contemplation is just limited up to that, then that will kind of narrow down our horizon, and narrowing down our horizon up to that point, only that point will kind of do a lot of harm. It will produce a lot of kind of anxiety, fear, and kind of a lot of other kind of mental functionings like negative emotions, jealousy, anger, hatred, and kind of those kind of things. So for that reason, I request all of my brothers and sisters to take some time from your everyday life to do a kind of contemplations on the death impermanence and suffering of others, and to be caring and have kindness and compassion to others, and to be grateful of others, to be thankful from the depth of one's heart to all those people who contribute to make our life safe, happy, and livable, and valuable and enjoyable. Without involvement of any other beings in our life, there is no way that we can lead a good life, a happy life, an enjoyable life, a decent life. There is no way. We need all the other beings. And there is an involvement, a contribution of all the others in making our life livable, comfortable, and good. So when we feel kind of a deep sense of trust, devotion, love, kindness, and empathy to others, then that will help us to reduce our own fear, anger, anxiety, and all those kind of negative emotions. So I would like to request that, and finally I would like to request you to please don't ignore the kind of medical advices those are issued by the medical professionals and advisors and in governments and those kind of leadership and administration. Take proper precautions and remain healthy and safe, and I do pray we will all together will win the war against this pandemic COVID-19, and once again the entire world will be back to normalcy and enjoy the life. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa buddhang saranang gacchami dhammang saranang gacchami Sanghang saranang gacchami Athana midang bhikkhave anavagaso Yang parupakamena tathagatang jivita varapiya Anupakamena bhikkhave tathagata parinibayanti itena sacavajena sautite hotu sabbada itena sacavajena sabha bhaya dukkha antarayo dunamitang karuna cha vinasantu itena sacavajena hotu te jaya mangalani. May I take this opportunity to express my gratitude and deep appreciation and thanks to Sri Narendra Modi ji, Honorable Prime Minister of India, for his support and suggestions. I also take this opportunity to express my gratitude and thanks to Sri Prahlad Patil ji, Honorable Union Minister of Tourism and Culture, Government of India, for his valuable message and support. I also take this opportunity to express my gratitude and thanks to Sri Kiren Rijiju ji, Honorable Union Minister of Minority Affairs, Youth Affairs and Sports, Government of India, for his valuable message and support. This is also an occasion to express my deep respect and gratitude on behalf of International Buddhist Confederation to all eminent great masters, venerable monks, nuns, and lay upasakas, upasikas, who have contributed immensely to make this virtual Vesak Day celebration and a week-long global prayer program a grand success. This prayer globally for a week had been dedicated to the corona victims and first responders, medical doctors, nurses, and to all those frontline workers to overcome the coronavirus menace and for the safety, security, health, and peace for all living beings. May all beings be happy and peaceful. I also hope in the future also will get the same support from all our eminent and great masters, venerable monks, venerable nuns, and all our lay supporters or lay practitioners, lay upasakas, upasikas, everyone, to work together for the welfare, benefit, and happiness of all human beings and all living beings at large in the world. Thank you so much, everyone. Dhanyavad.